It is prejudice, subjudice, subsidy. And all of us will listen. Because he would also quote another part of the Constitution. And now you're like, wait a minute, gentlemen. What exactly is going on? And because I'm a person who likes to apply things to my personal life, I would take what the Constitution says out of court and take it to my home. I come back, my wife give me food that I don't like. The Constitution. My dear, open the Constitution. Honey, open the Constitution. I will tell her where to check. And maybe, just maybe, she will see that serving a lawyer tasteless food attracts jail term of 3 years without fine, without a beg. And I will use it well. Oh my goodness. So this is where we are. The same Constitution, the same Nigerian law, different lawyers, different perspectives. What do we that are not lawyers now do? One say you cannot go straight to DSS. You must go through NJC. Another say, according to the Constitution that I read, maybe just like our apps, the Constitution is updated. And some lawyers are not getting the latest version. Because this judicial confusion, what do you expect us to do? I'll play the two lawyers' positions and move on. Like I said, I don't have an opinion here.
The law is that before you can do anything concerning the probing of judges, concerning anything pertaining to their conduct or any allegation of corruption, you must have to seek permission and leave of the National Judicial Council.
You hear them? You must go to National Judicial Council. Now let's hear the other one.
If the Chief Justice of a state does not reflect what he said, just what qualifies him? If the Chief Justice has committed an offense, of course, he should go in for it. By virtue of Section 1, Sub 1 of the 1999 Constitution, the law is sacrosanct and absolutely clear. If he is a Chief Justice of the state, doesn't make him Alpha and Omega. No. For God's sake, has the Chief Judge committed an offense? If he has committed an offense, let him go in for it. After all, he has been sentencing people. The DSS have every right to investigate him. And by virtue of every...
DSS has ever... Waiting, what is you people's problem? Eh? So that means, maybe if I study law, I'm the one they would have interviewed for this thing. I'll say, thank you, gentlemen. Well, according to, because I have to quote something. You can't just say things from your head. According to. If you're a lawyer, please don't call. Right? For this one, I don't even need clarification anymore. Just leave it as it is. I think that's the best for all of us. Let's move on. The next headline is on groups of the Ijaw extraction calling on the president to call his minister to order. The Ijaw National Congress has appealed to President Bola Tinubu to call the FCT minister to order over his comments on the Ijaw. The INC was reacting to alleged comments credited to the FCT minister in which he said the Ijaw people were a minority of minorities in Rivers and other South states, except Bayelsa. In a statement in Abuja, the National Publicity Secretary, INC, Ezonebi Oyakeme Agbega, said the Congress had taken note of the FCT minister's remarks. He said the Ijaws will maintain peace and stability, but called on President Tinubu to caution the FCT minister and redirect his focus on his ministerial duties. Now, that group, we're not the only ones who had a thing or two to say. A former Rivers State Commissioner for Works, David Briggs, has given the FCT Minister Wike 48 hours to apologize to the Ijaw nation or face a response from them. Let's hear from him. Shall we? Can we? Okay, seems that can happen right now. I will try to get that. Oh my. Okay. I'll get that. Now, leaders of the Omobaraibi Ama Umuebulu 2, the only Ijaw community in Eche, are calling on President Bola Tinubu to caution the FCT minister as well over what they described as inciting comments that could trigger ethnic tensions. The Amainabo of where I just called, apologies, Bright Iyo, made this appeal in an interview with our correspondent who was reacting to the statement. So everyone has a thing or two to say about this statement. At this point, you have to ask, what was the statement? Because something usually happens when a lot of people are reacting to something said in the media. The first thing is there is the possibility of being quoted out of context. That maybe what you heard did not mean what you thought. That's the first. The second is that through embellishment, the statement has lost original meaning and now means something else. From here, it's embellished. By me to the 15th, have entered it. So could it be that this was lost in translation? What exactly could it be? What I can tell you is the character involved, which is Nyesom Wike, is a person who is no stranger to the media. He has held countless positions that require addressing the media on several occasions. He was once a local government chairman. He was once a governor of Rivers State. He's currently the FCT minister. He's a legal practitioner. In all of these capacities, he engaged with the media more times than he even needed to. As a matter of fact, at this time, Nyesom Wike is arguably the most popular minister in this country. Why? Because every 2 market days, the assembled media gathers and he has a few things to say. Just the same way he did when he was governor. He always had a thing to say when there was a commissioning. He went to church. He's vocal. You can't take that away from him. So speaking to the press and Nigerians is a matter of fact one of the strategies of Wike. And these kinds of reactions, unicity. And if care is not taken, it could lead to some unrest. Point. But these were the exact words that has led almost everyone to have an opinion. Let's hear from the minister.
The truth must be told. I have told people, when law speaks, all this as I want to, the law spoken, that you want to do the every day. It might not. With all due respect to our late elder statesman, Edwin Clark, he's from Delta. He had never produced a German to be governor of Delta. He had never. The only governor is in Bayelsa State. Not it. Out of our own.
There's another thing, but anyhow you want to twist it, that's exactly what he said. So you now have to decide, was that inciting? Was he quoted out of context? Is this enough to stir reaction? Should he just be offended? Does he have a point? All of these questions will follow after hearing what he said. Of course, you know that the larger conversation was about Rivers politics and the governor and demonstrations. And there's usually a lot to unpack with these engagements. So that is exactly what it is. Well, these Ijaw groups are asking the president to call his minister to order for that statement you just heard. Coming up next, the presidency criticizes Obasanjo over scathing comments, and the Senate says Natasha's IPU petition is dead on arrival. I'd like to get your thoughts. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. WhatsApp is 080-903-06. 416. We're live on 080-903-06. 416. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Nigeria Info PH. You can watch, listen, and engage. Please remember to turn off your radio as you call. Go straight to the point. You have just about a minute, thereabout, so that other people can be a part of this conversation. Hello, Chinedu. The governor proposing to present the budget come Wednesday is a good one, and it shows he's determined for peace. Enoch, that conversation is for 4 p.m. I just said it in my introduction. And someone is simply laughing here on WhatsApp. Good afternoon. What the lawyer said concerning approaching NJC instead of DSS is exactly what the law says from my findings. Let the assembly members trade with caution as their actions and inactions clearly show that they want to put the state in a sorry situation. And it's been noted by good people of Rivers as power is transient. Ezenya Chima from Omerilu. All right, Chima. Hello. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Ejaku Promise from Roma.
All right, go ahead. Let's see what you can do in 1 minute.
Okay, my brother, I presented the project on Wednesday by the governor. I think it's a good one.
Promise, that's not one of my headlines. That conversation is for 4. Okay, so Promise can hear me. Again, the presentation of the budget by Wednesday is the conversation for 4. The headlines connected to the big stories that I've taken are lawyers reacting to the Assembly's call to probe the chief judge and the Ijaw group several Ijaw groups asking the president to call Wike to order. Johnson from Omuma. Good afternoon, Johnson.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I listened to Wike's commentary.
Okay.
Yeah. Does it mean that in those minority ethnic groups, I think he's going to fight this because he is the one making it to be ethnistic. Calling names, Ijaw. Is he not Ikwere? That means he's causing division in River State. And once he causes division, he will hide. For Tinubu to caution him is at the right time. If he say one will die once and die one, he will die one and go.
No, don't do that. No. Hello. Johnson, hold on. The minister did not call for anyone's death. So please, those statements cannot be allowed. Right? You can no, he did not. You can express this view without such short words, please. Let's be civil here.
Okay, I'm following you. So whatever he's touching ethnic, so it should be on the other.
All right. Thank you very much. Emeka calls from Elele. Hello, Emeka. Good afternoon.
Yes, my dear brother. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Emeka Lazy, calling from Elele.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, my dear brother, these lawyers, they are the major problem of Nigeria now. You will see every person with different interpretation of law. I will favor them and favor their paymaster. I think that it is enshrined in NJC and the Big Court ruling. The only people that have the right to sanction, investigate a chief judge is NJC. But I'm very surprised. Some lawyers, they have never won one case in the court. So even in this little state, most of them are talking already, have never won one case in court.
Do you know these lawyers personally?
They have not turned themselves to a political lawyer, deceiving the public. The only people that have right to investigate a chief judge is NJC. I'm not a lawyer, but I know the Constitution.
Okay.
They should desist on this.
All right.
Causing more confusion. I want to also call on our Ijaw brothers that I came from Ijaw, that we will support them 100%. Nobody will bring the ethnic politics. Obara will stay 8 years and will now hand over to another person.
Okay. Thank you, Emeka. The elections would determine that. Gift calls from Yenugwa. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
This morning, the guest that appeared on your studio was Professor Okaba. Wike has never played any ethnicity card from the get-go of this very matter. We should get this right for once. It is our people, the Ijaw people, that has been shouting against even other ethnic groups, especially the Ikwere and Wike as a person. What are they saying? Tomorrow, Wike is coming down to Abalama, Ijaw land, where Ijaw people who are truthful, as far as Ijaw is concerned.
That is your...
Are you getting other ethnicity in Niger Delta? As Ijaw's son, don't sit and allow people. Let me order the dead. If they think, if they think, it's a lie.
All right, thank you very much. We must move back. All right, go ahead.
Oh, good afternoon. Please, I want to encourage young men to try to read, because history is doing most of the things happened today was recorded yesterday. Like now, I have a little book. I can see King Amakri, Kalabari, Nengi Bridget of Polo, I have Alagwa of Boni, King Jaja of Pogo, I have King Nyesu of Bakri, I have King Ebedi of Amasoma, King Okrika,
Steve, are we doing a roll call? What exactly is going on?
What I'm saying that all these things, ministers, when they say this, we don't need it now. It's not necessary. We have grown past that level.
Okay.
River State is one, completely one. So nobody tries to bring any. If you have the political, everybody cannot be on the same platform. They have a different political ideology. That does not mean you try to understand. Everybody should take itself as a reverse man. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Lugat from HA. Hello, Lugat. Good afternoon.
Yeah, my brother, I especially greet you. From HA.
I greet you too. Please go ahead.
Yes. It's unfortunate that Mr. President still allow FCC minister to operate in cabinet despite all that is happening. You see, this young man that is a former governor of Rivers State, have brought shame to Rivers people because we are not lying. We are very respectful people. And you remember, Ikwe are not even majority in Rivers State from a chair. You see, one thing in politics, you apologize for trouble. The job leaders or IYC, all of Mr. President, to caution deputy minister, it's high time caution deputy minister.
Okay.
It's unbecoming him. It's not only minister in the prayer in Nigeria, but on radio, insulting people and making comments that even will cause war in the country.
All right, Lugaman, that's just about a minute. And for the record, those comments were made on TV, not radio. Isaiah from Buguma, good afternoon.
Yeah, Oracle, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Let me start by saying that if you are offended yesterday, please, I apologize to you.
Offended for what?
And let me go straight to the business of the day. You see, I want to really reside on the side of the Ijaw people. Oracle, if you know the history of the Ijaw, you know that whenever they come out to make statements, it means that they have already come to the point of resolution. And I think the minister to act to, if these are not group of people you toy with, they don't speak anyhow because they are under oath and they are under very high spiritual control. You don't just take them for a ride. And now you can see the way and manner the FCT minister is going about the issue in the state. I call for peace, and I still stand in the path of peace. I want these issues to be resolved once and for all, because this is how issues move from point A to point B. Before you know, it gets to where you cannot control it anymore. Now it is at the peak of control. We are calling that the minister should just allow. Most of these Ijaw people are the people who stood behind him. Asari Dokubo Mujahid behind him. And many other Ijaw people stood behind him to run his 8 years. Why is it that the only way you can pay the Ijaw people is this way? I think it's not good.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Let's see. Comments waiting to be taken. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Sunday Asua says it's unfortunate. It's a wrong statement. Victor Marcus, to those saying that the governor should make peace with the former governor. Are you saying he should hand over the state structure, including the state resources, to Wike? Kennedy Randolph says the Ijaw has produced the vice president, acting president, and president. Okay, Belema Fibika. Treasure base of the nation. This is River States and Ijaw community of the Niger Delta. So if Ijaw group asked President Tinubu to call Wike to order, they've made no mistake saying seriously they've been brought us here. What the FCT minister said will not be bad in his supporters' eyes. Okay, let's go over to WhatsApp. What's happening here? Good afternoon, Sam. It's unfortunate that River State House of Assembly are getting confused. All efforts to have them, for them to have opportunity to improve them. And a message returned home to was 90 after he made me laugh for you. And George check was 130/70. I'm very grateful. You know, radio and laughing has what it takes to lower BP. Keep it up. Emmanuel, you're welcome. We're here to serve. Ezekiel Isaiah says, the way and manner they speak indicate their interest and bias. The lawyers are the greatest problem in our country. Learned people do not understand the law. Ezekiel Isaiah. The reason why I laughed a bit is because I had a small bet with myself that every day on the show, when somebody says the judiciary is the problem of this country, I'll mark it somewhere. And so far, that record has not been broken. Melody from Uniport says the Rivers Assembly should stop this their self-embarrassing and demeaning legislative bullying. Age falsification is worse than their defection denial. If not for the magic of Supreme Court, they should be in jail for lying on oath regarding their defection, which has evidence everywhere. Even if Ijaw is minority, they are majority in the economic power of the nation. They are important to the government than the majority. The money that is feeding the majority comes from them. The national and international economy advantage of the Ijaws gives them a strategic choke point that cannot be downplayed. Ethnic issues are too strong to be careless about. That is according to Melody. Let's see, a few calls. Wrap up. Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
What's your name?
Samuel calling from Atlanta.
All right, go ahead.
You see, some of the arguments that we keep arguing on radio, and some people will come out to defend a very wrong statement. My most painful part of it is that our fellow Ijaw brothers defend a very wrong statement that the FCT minister made. I don't want to mention names, but on national radio like this, when a wrong statement like this come up, we should condemn it. Call Ijaw the minority among the minority in Nigeria is to cause a very serious tension in River State, which is wrong. A tribe that made him to become the governor, a tribe that made him to become the local government chairman, a tribe that made him to be number one minister, seen him as a minority. Forget when he was carrying an umbrella, both rain or sun, to follow Jonathan, follow Madam Patience, follow Wike Secondius, bomber to bomber because he wanted to become a governor. Now that tribe now is a minority. So I just pity our fellow Ijaw brother that keep defending this man. Somebody like Senator John Sechuba, with due respect to him, I heard him today on radio defending this very wrong statement.
All right, so you said you were not going to mention names.
I wonder what these people will campaign in 2007 when they will.
Your point has been made, and well, the time is up. This would have to be my final call. JJ calls from Port Harcourt Town. Hello, JJ. Good afternoon.
Yeah, Sam. Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
You said you want to take record of those that will say lawyers are the problem of this country.
Yes, the record.
Maybe you had this one, so it's another one. But I tell you, there was a time in this state, this River State, where the EFCC were investigating judges, and they came to River State to pick up one judge at night. Former Governor Wike came out and foiled that operation. These people who are calling on the same DSS now were with him that night when he made that move. And they said the DSS don't have rights, that is the NJC. Sam, I want to ask, what has changed now? If you come out with the governor then to say, look, you cannot take this man because you don't have the right, where has it changed? And the group calling on, he need to get his facts right before he comes on air. He talked about Delta State where Ijaw cannot rule. According to him, Ijaw are in Patani, they are in Bomadi, and they are in Burutu, and part of Warri. We, the Shekiris, we have ruled Delta State for 8 years. We have 3 local governments. People that have 3 local governments plus, you are saying they cannot rule. So he doesn't even know the political arrangement of Delta State. After this sheriff now, possibly an Ijaw man will become governor because of zoning. So why is he telling me that Ijaw cannot be governor in Delta State except Bayelsa? He should get his facts right because people listen to him, and it's not good that children are misled by him.
Okay, JJ.
One at all.
That's what you were talking about judges. And the question you asked is, what has changed between then and now? Do you know if some portions of the Constitution have been amended between then and now? No, it's a question, my brother. You know.
That nothing has put his in hand.
Okay.
So he even got his hand injured.
It's okay.
To save the judge because the DSS don't have rights.
Thank you, JJ.
I don't know why the lawmakers don't even read and get some understanding. It's
all right.
Just an abysmal situation.
I have to move on now.
Thank
you very much. Well, that's it for calls. We'll do messages, says on WhatsApp. And Living Jamala says, good afternoon. I am Barrister Living Jamala. Barrister, I told you not to. I said lawyer. No one is saying that the River State Chief Judge is above prosecution. Yes, Section 1, Subsection 1 of the CFRN 1999 as amended. The Constitution, and by its rules, a judge cannot be tried without a recommendation from the NJ. Defect to the grand speaker. We are at the 4 o'clock mark. From Ability from Rumosi says, what the FCT minister said is a big disrespect to Ijaw. Only his supporters will not see anything wrong. The minister should learn to filter his words. He's used to degrading people with his words. He said, Waterside Man that forced on us, not allowing APC participate in election. Ijaw is not qualified again. Okay. Well, that's it. It's 4 o'clock. It's time for the business news. After that, we talk about the budget likely to be presented next week. Stay with us.